Senator Van.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Mr Miller, for appearing with us again. Just some congratulations. Last week you released the National Roadmap for Bidirectional EV charging. An important piece of work, something I've been arguing for 4 or 5 years now, so it's nice to finally see some progress being made on that. Can you tell the committee about what are the next steps from here, and probably also touch on why is bidirectional charging, or V2G, so important both for our energy bills, our energy use and our emissions reduction?
Well, thanks, Senator. I mean, like you and many others, we've long been intrigued by the opportunity for vehicles and the sizable batteries that essentially power those electric vehicles to be available to provide power to homes and through the home connection back out to the grid, to provide cost reductions for homeowners, to provide energy resilience in terms of system security support like frequency control, but also energy when the market needs it. We as Australians have a choice to make about how much we invest in home infrastructure, whether that's batteries or solar panels or energy efficiency. But vehicles have a distinct advantage that you're buying a vehicle for a transport end use and essentially might be getting a battery for free for your home use. The key issue that needed to be resolved is electrical and Australian standards to allow those batteries in vehicles to be connected, both technically and from a compliance perspective, into the home, and another set of complexities around whether the energy is available to be exported from the home back out to the grid. And there has not been a national standardised approach to setting those standards and having essentially enough volume in the market for an overseas manufacturer looking at a small Australian market to make a choice whether to direct their product to Australia versus 16 different states and territories and different grids. And if you can imagine that the situation today where you have 16 different DNSPs and grid operators all setting different rules for vehicle to grid, it must be very difficult to get enough scale into any one of those to justify having your product certified for a particular market. So I think the bidirectional roadmap comes out with some strong recommendations that we should have a unified approach for Australia, and if we can do that, then we provide a weight of evidence, if you like, or a weight of a market to overseas manufacturers to make their vehicles and make their chargers available for this market, which has been lacking so far.
Thank you, and I hope it's not just the foreign-made EV chargers that are getting a look in here. There's some very good Australian-made ones as well. One of the other things that is touched on in the roadmap, or looked at in the roadmap, is time pricing, time of day pricing of electricity. This has some enormous significance for the NEM, given the perverse supply-demand curves that we're seeing in the middle of the day at the moment. Can you talk about the need and what work's being done to try and change the time of day pricing in order to allow consumers to charge their car at work or at the shopping centre and then bring it home and discharge it to run their air conditioner or whatever they need to do when they get home at night?
Mr Senator, there's work being done, and others like AEMC and the AER and the various retailers and the networks are the primary people responsible for setting network tariffs and responding to the national energy rules. I would say, if I was to try and answer your question, I'd be doing as a layperson, not as ARENA, and I think that's not really the job for ARENA to try and help you with the answer to that question.
No, yeah. Fair enough. Minister, you may or may not know, but is the Minister through the ECMC doing any work on trying to harmonise all this, and particularly with the distributors, given the sheer number of them, that people will be able to connect their electric vehicle to their home?
I'm always happy to cheerfully confess when I don't know the answer to that question. And I'm sorry, Senator Van, I don't know if we can provide directly to you any update. I'm sure the Minister's office will be very happy to do that.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair.